Hi, this is so crazy right now. This is blowing my
I
mind,
know,
technology.
isn't it? But I
well,
did
well,
a cute little studio here. I think it looks quite nice for you guys.
oh, it's unreal. It's very, very nice. Very nice.
But I
Well,
did
well,
wish we could like hang out.
right, right.
But
Well,
we
welcome.
kind of are.
Yeah, we are. Welcome to our virtual Studio 104.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out. We are in Houston, Texas, 104.1 KRBE. And you're in London currently, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And before we get this started, I got to ask a couple questions. One, how's your finger?
Oh my gosh. Do you see it?
Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
It
It still
is
hasn't gotten any better yet.
completely blue. I think it has like maybe one more week on my body until it's will departure from me
Does it hurt
into
still?
the No, it's actually fine. It doesn't hurt now. But it did hurt so bad. Like, it's funny, isn't it? This little piece of your body, like,
Right.
I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep the first
Yeah.
night. So clumsy. I just have to blame myself because I'm very clumsy.
So we all are. Secondly, you were quarantined, but you really didn't have to be. I saw you tweeted, and
Yeah.
so you were just. What'd you do in those 14 days?
I actually got to do some things that I've been trying to do for a while. So I've been always saying how I want to learn how to produce, and the fact that I never really find like the time for it, or if I do have the time, I always have some other excuse to not do it. But now I was so bored and so lonely, and I was just in there, and I've seen everything now. I've seen everything on every streaming service. So I was like, let me get to it. And I think why I haven't started producing is because there's just there's just so many options. There's so much to do. You open it and you're like, where do I start? So I just been spending a lot of times looking at YouTube videos. I mean, if you want to learn something, anything, I
Right.
promise you it's out there. Like, there is a YouTube video for that. Cooking, like every master class, that thing. But I'm not Max Martin yet, but I did like a few beats, a
Okay.
little bit of that. But yeah, quarantining, it was different because I'm Swedish. So we haven't done that at all. Like, no lockdowns, no nothing. So it was definitely a different experience, but I'm very happy I'm allowed out in the world.
Very nice. Well, we're happy as well. For people, let's first kind of intro you for people that aren't really familiar with
Yeah,
Zara
of
Larsson.
course.
You were born in Sweden,
Yes.
and you've been doing this for a very long time. So you started singing at a very young age. You won
Yep.
the American version of like British or Sweden's version
Sweden.
of America's
Yeah.
Got Talent.
Yes.
Okay, and then you had your first album out, one, right?
Mhm.
So you've been working on a
Creative.
couple albums, yes. And so from the album one to your newest album coming out, have you grown? Like, take us through that process. Have you grown as a musician, as an artist from album one to your now
I
your
hope
third one?
so. I hope so, really. I mean, it's really hard to see yourself growing because it's like when you look into the mirror, like you don't see yourself grow when you're a kid. It's mostly like your grandma or like your auntie, like, oh my gosh, you've gotten so big because I haven't seen you in a few months. But it's hard to do that on yourself. But I think I've grown a lot as an artist and as a person, as a woman. Like, I'm a young adult now. I've been through some things. I've had great experiences, I had bad experiences, and I think that just kind of shaped me a bit to be comfortable and like confident in saying what I want to do, and definitely stuff I don't want to do when it comes to both like my personal life and music. But I feel like I've always been a pop girl. I love what I've done, everything I've released, I've been very proud of. So I'm just kind of keeping, you know, on a roll.
Right,
But I don't know. I think you have to be the people who would tell me if, you know, about my growth. I don't
correct.
know. But I'm really excited about this album. It's quite positive, up tempo, fun, a lot about love. That's what I love to sing about. Love to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
very
think it's
nice.
relatable for everyone. At least one song in there that everybody would love.
Okay. Well, I don't want to forget "So Good," your album, with kind of
Yes,
put you on the map here in the States. Would never forget
absolutely.
you, and "Ain't My Fault," and
Hmm.
"So Good," and all those songs. Did you know that album was going to be like a smash album, like here in the States as well as where you're at?
I mean, that's what you hope for, of course. And I feel some pressure because, like, I think So Good did so well. Like, in my world, that's like my biggest achievement yet. So, of course, I want this album to live up to like the expectations of So Good. I think it does that sonically. Like, in my opinion, I'm very proud over it. But then it's, down to the public. Like, do they want it? Do they like it? And all of that. And being a pop star or like a pop artist, you are very, vulnerable to like the public, what they think. Do they want to hear you on the radio? Do they want
Right.
to come to your shows? I think for every artist, but of course I would like that as much as possible. But I'm trying to focus on like the quality of the music, and I am very, very proud of that. And I think this upcoming album is gonna be great. I feel really good about it. But it's crazy world out there. I mean, just wow, that's not really a new song, but I feel like it's going really well and people really like it. So even though that wasn't the plan, I feel like I've changed plan. Every time I release something, it's like, I don't know, something, happens over there in the world and we're like going with that song. You just kind of go with the flow a bit. But yeah, So Good. Loved that album. I'm so proud. Every song is like, it's a no skip album. Of course, I think that because it's
Yes,
mine.
I agree.
But yeah, this one coming up, it's like a great follow up to that one, I think.
Well, let's talk about WoW. We're playing it on KRBE in
Thank
Houston.
you so much.
People are loving it. I was at a bar yesterday watching some American football, and
Uh-huh.
during the commercials, they put like the DJ will play some songs, and he was playing WoW, and I was like,
Oh
wow,
my God, amazing.
yeah.
That
So
makes me so happy.
it's crossed
It really
over,
does.
and it's yeah, people are definitely loving it. So congrats.
Thank you.
And will there be a music video? I saw on your Twitter
Yes.
you said yes.
I'm recording a music video. It's really sick. It's gonna be out. It's gonna be out soon. Yeah, it's gonna look stunning. Very like sleek, little futurist. I won't tell too much, but
Okay,
it's gonna be nice.
all right. You had a chance to tour with Ed Sheeran, correct?
Yes.
How was
Mhm.
that?
He's the most lovely guy to be around and to be on stage with because I honestly don't think I could have picked like a better artist to tour with. He is such a nice person.
Yes.
He's such a nice person, and that really like drizzles down through the whole experience. Some artists are like, don't look them in the eye when they walk through the hallway,
Yes.
but he's the opposite of that. He would like pop into the dressing room every night, hang out, do like shots with you, um, just be a great, great person. And also, it doesn't, it's not a bad thing that he's doing stadiums, it made me really spoiled because now I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going to be performing for 60,000 people? Like, it's crazy. But everybody loves him, and there's like a good reason for that.
Yes. Well, we need to bring you here in Houston. We have this thing called the Rodeo, and it's
Oh
every
gosh, I would
year.
love that.
Yes. So
Yes.
let's make that happen. Let's talk to some rodeo people, get you in, and you can
Do
perform in
it.
front of. I think it's like 80,000. Like, not. It's ridiculous.
Crazy.
What's the biggest you've performed in front of? Like, how many people?
Well, if it's not my own show, there's been some crazy festivals, of course. But I think actually on the Ed Sheeran tour, we were in Hockenheim, and you know, I think the head count when I was performing was close to like 100,000,
Wow.
which is insane. Like,
Yeah.
what? That's just a sea of people. You can't even see like realize that those are actual people standing there. It's just like yeah, it's weird. 100,000 people. That's like a size of a town.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know?
Take us
So that was great.
because a lot of people are like, as fans and as we attend the show, like we don't get to see the side of like, do you get nervous before you hit the stage? Like, what are your routine? Like, do you have a mindset like, okay, well, this is not a festival, it's a show, but a show, not a festival. Like, what's your mindset? Take
Right.
us through those steps of getting on that stage and performing.
If it's the same set, it feels pretty good in me. But it's always nervous the first few shows, you know, when you've been just rehearsing the show and then you're getting it out on the road. Very nervous. I'm always very nervous for that. But then after you get into it a bit, like 10 shows in, you can relax a bit more. But I would say I love to play festivals. There's usually like a huge crowd, but on my own shows, even though it's smaller and more intimate, there's like that special connection with the people, because the people they bought the ticket to like go and watch you know. um when I go to festivals, you have, so it's like a buffet literally of artists, so you're like, let me go catch that one. But on a show, it's like, I bought this ticket specifically to go and
Right.
see you know. There's like a special love, special energy, but both are sick.
Which there's a ACL festival in Austin, kind of like 3 hours from Houston, and that was supposed to go on next month, and I'm so sad it's not, because I would go there,
Yeah,
and it's there. Yeah,
next year.
festivals are such a different vibe. It's so happy. It's
It
so
is.
fun.
Yeah.
I miss those. So hopefully in 2021 we can get back to those.
Oh, I hope so.
All right. So we have some of your fans here that they'll pop in and they'll ask you some questions. And I just want to do some rapid fire before we do that. Just some quick questions on kind of getting to know who Zara Larsson is.
My mom.
All right. So you're going on a road trip. What are you bringing? Snacks, food? What do you got?
I'm bringing a deck of cards because I'm
Okay.
obsessed with playing cards.
What do you
Or
play?
like Uno. Love that. Can't do a road trip without that. It's hard to play in the
blackjack or
car
anything?
though. But I am the DJ, and what I play, you will love.
Because you're just playing all your songs, right?
Yeah, just take over, and I only play 80s
Yeah.
hits.
Oh no, I thought you would just only play your songs, like your music.
No, I wouldn't really do that. I'm very shy when it comes to that, actually.
Yeah.
At least
Okay.
from my own friends. But yeah, I definitely bring like the 80s hits.
Okay. I love some
Yeah.
80s. Text or call? What would you rather do?
Oh, depends on with who. But I think like a FaceTime call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite emoji? You got one?
I think the one that looks like this. Like it's a little shy. Like it's like
Pull it off. Got it. Dogs or cats?
Oh,
Be careful.
I
with it.
love cats. I really do.
I don't know
love
if you could,
both, but I would love to get a cat.
I don't know if you could see him. My dog is sleeping on my couch.
Oh.
Usually, this is the first time I've done a couple of these, and she is obnoxious and barking. So you have a calming presence over my dog. So yes. Date night. You staying in or you want to go out?
I mean, this year kind of forced me to be inside, but I am not opposed to that. I really like to be in. I think it's just, I don't know, intimate and cozy. Like, I like to be just to have a dinner at home with my friends. You don't need to go out. You can do a great date night inside.
I agree. Well, if you're doing a date night, if you ever have, I don't know if you eat pizza or not, but pineapples on pizza, that's kind of a thing. Yes or no?
Wait, what did you say? Ibiza? I thought I heard
Pineapples
Ibiza.
on pizza?
Oh, I was like, Ibiza? Partying me? Pineapples on pizza? No. Mm-mm. Come on.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, well, so that wraps up my portion of the interview. All the questions I got. Now we'll bring in some of our Houston audience. They'll be able to ask you some questions, and I think we're going to start with
Thank you for that. Good questions.
You're welcome. Landvi from Missouri City, if we can pop her in here.
Oh,
Thank you for
hi!
joining.
Oh my gosh! I love your music, by the way. You're like awesome.
Thank you.
My question is, if you can be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be and why?
Ooh, good question. If I could be anywhere in the world, it would probably be on a beach somewhere. It's been really hot in London. It's like really hot. I only brought like down jackets down to my feet. I was not prepared to like, I should have brought a bikini, but this hot weather makes me like want to be on a beach somewhere. Maybe in like Asia. I'm gonna say like Thailand.
Ooh.
The vacation.
And also,
Yeah.
like, do you have any hobbies that like most people wouldn't like expect from you, I guess? Like any weird, quirky ones?
I No, I don't think so. Honestly, I sing all the time, obviously. I like to dance and sing. But like any other sort of activities, you know what? I probably do have the time for it, but I spend most of it like scrolling on my phone. Like my screen time is so embarrassing. And being in quarantine, it really made me realize like maybe I should shift my focus from my phone a bit. But I don't have any like hobbies or activities that I do. But I like to be active. I like everything that I could be active doing. I'm quite like a sporty person. Um, but no, I like skiing. I like snowboarding. But you can only do that like a few months out of the year.
Mhm.
But no, I should pick up a hobby.
Well,
Okay, well,
thank
thank you so much.
Thank you for your questions.
probably in your collaborations, like do you speak any other language or sing any other languages?
Well, I actually just did collaboration with one of like my favorite artists ever. One of my it was my first and my biggest idol. Her name is Caruola, and she's a Swedish legend. And we did a remake. Like we popped it up a bit. We like modernized it, I guess. It's still a banger, but it's from the 80s. And we did that together, and that's a Swedish song, which I never thought I would do because I'm always like, I would never sing in Swedish. Like, I'm full English only. But that was actually such an honor for me. And she was also really, really excited to do it. So that was a bit unexpected, but I'm kind of down to do it again. Like, I don't speak any other languages, but I would love to learn like Spanish, and I would love to be on a Spanish song. Like my dream is to like have a Spanish song with Rosalia, or a song with her, even if I sing in English. But that would be cool.
And then I think, well, since she's having some audio problems, her question number 3 was, if we obviously know you can dance, but have you posted any of your dances on TikTok or done any TikTok dances or
No, I
know
have.
about TikTok?
I always say I'm like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this week, and then I just never end up doing it. I don't know. I'm so shy on TikTok. I'm very comfortable on Instagram. Like I've been using that for a while. Twitter, I'm also a little shy on. I don't know why. But TikTok is really fun, and I can sit there for hours and just like laugh at people's humor, be impressed by their dancing skills or singing skills. But when I go on TikTok, it's mostly to like have a good laugh.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. I should do that. See, here I go again.
Hey,
But
there's still
we'll
time.
see.
Like I read one of like the people that do the TikTok dances. Her name is Addison Ray. I don't know if you're familiar with her or not,
We know
but
her.
she made like $4 million in 1 year off TikTok. I'm like, man, I've done we should change careers. Let's just do TikTok. Right?
Yeah.
Nailed it. And I think we have one of your fans. We'll bring her in here. I believe Josie from the Galleria. All right, I will ask her questions because we're having
Okay.
trouble finding her. What are your inspirations?
Ooh, in life or like music. I mean, my biggest idol is Beyonce. Just how she performs, how she sings, how she takes her craft like extremely serious. Because you can see that. Like she puts in the hours, and that pays off. I just think it's very inspiring how she strives towards like being the best she could be. And that is kind of a good motto to live by. Just do the best you can every time. And good things will come, I think. Even if you have a bad day, if you did your best, you did your best. And other than that, I mean, like when it comes to my style, I'm a big fan of Rihanna. I think she's very cool. Some really cool people I follow on like social media. Um, who else do I really look up
Beyonce,
to?
by the way, is from
Yeah,
Houston. I don't know
of
if you.
course I know
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Well, all
Of
right.
course I know that.
She's she's Miss Houston, basically.
She's Miss Houston.
Yeah.
Also love, Megan from Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep.
She's having such a like big year. She's been on the come up though, but now it's like, everybody knows her.
Yep.
I love, what do I love? I get inspired by people who speak their mind, who are opinionated, who aren't scared to stand up for what they believe in. There's a lot of people in my life, or that aren't in my life, but that I like follow, that I'm inspired by. But I think musically, it's Queen Bee, no doubt.
Queen Bee. All right. Well, like she's pretty much, got billboards all over town. Like where in Sweden did you grow up? Like, was it a small town or big?
No,
big?
Stockholm.
Okay, Stockholm.
Yeah, it's sizable. It's like our capital. I mean, if you compare it to the American cities, it's like still small. But because I don't know, we still have a lot of culture. We have a lot of different cultures. We have great restaurants. We have good fashion. We got a bit of everything, even though it's like not that big.
So you're saying I should come and visit? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. No, you definitely should. If you can, to anyone out there, if you can, you should definitely come. It's beautiful.
Is it like you have summers and winters in Sweden?
4 seasons,
Okay.
definitely. So make sure you come in like from June to like September, maybe.
Got it. Done.
Yeah.
Josie has one more question, and that is, what is your best motivator to make music? What gets you motivated to make music?
I think listening to music makes me motivated, gets me inspired, but also like just life. I mean, most of the things I write about are stuff that I think about right now. So like if I go in the studio, I rarely know what I want to sing about. But also sometimes it doesn't have to be like my personal life. Sometimes I want to talk about what my friends go through. But I think when I make music, it's my life is the inspiration to the words, but like other artists are like inspiration to the sound or like melodies. Like I was very inspired by ABBA on this album. Swedish icons, timeless, classic. Like ABBA is so good. But yeah, just everything on the radio, honestly, because like we do pop music, which is like what's popular. So I'm not scared to like be influenced by other artists and other people that we all are inspired by each other. Like it doesn't matter what you say, we are a very social species, and we want to fit in, but also stand out. But like of course we are inspired by each other.
Very nice. Well, Zara Larsson, we appreciate you taking time in our virtual Studio 104 here on KRBE. This is my last question that I always give artists the opportunity. We ask, as interviewers, we ask you questions, but is there anything, like, the floor is yours if there's anything that you want to say, want to talk about to your fans, or in just anything. The floor is yours.
Okay, wow. We have last words. My album's coming out very soon, and wow, it's out. The video is coming. It's going to be amazing. I want to thank you for supporting, of course. Thank you so much for having me here today, for listening. And I can't wait till we can see each other in real life. Hopefully I can sing to you and we can all have a great time. But until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of yourself and your loved ones.
Zara Larsson, you're very talented. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Zara Larsson.
Thank you.